I was sitting outside a couple mornings ago drinking my coffee, and I was watching this bird, and this bird was just flying back and forth, back and forth. It would fly to the same tree, and in that tree and in that branch, it would try to pull off a branch and it wouldn't come. And so it would move a little bit over and it would try to pull that one, and that one wouldn't give it either. And then it would pull one off, then it would fly away. And then a couple minutes later, it would come back and it would do the same thing over and over and over. But that bird flew that way, just from what I saw, about like 15 times. And it freaking hit me. It brought tears to my eyes because it reminded me so much of a business. Right? This is exactly what we do in our business, but this is where we fail. Right? And this is what we fail to do. We fail to do something very important with what this bird was doing. So I want to explain that. So the bird itself wasn't questioning if it was doing what it was supposed to do. It wasn't questioning if that nest was going to come together. It just kept going. It just kept building the nest. It knew what it needed to do. This branch wouldn't come off. That branch wouldn't come off. That branch did. Back to put it in my nest and build. It didn't stop and wonder if it was going to be good enough. It didn't stop and wonder if this is the right branch or is this the ideal client, right? Is it taking too long? Is all the other birds building their nests faster than me? Or look at that bird. They've been working way less than me and its nest is so much bigger and so much nicer. Right? Why can't I have a nest like that? Maybe this is actually not the best place to build my nest. Maybe I should build it over there. Or maybe this was not the best, tree limbs for me to get. You see what I'm doing here? The bird didn't do any of that. The bird didn't get distracted by what somebody else's nest looked like or what this nest could look like if you had just done it a little bit differently. The bird did the work again and again and again and again without hesitation and with consistent action. All right. That is something that we miss. So success is not about one big move. It's not about the one big move. It's about doing the things, the right things, the best things that we can do over and over and over and over, even if we don't see the results yet, even if we go 5 times and the nest still isn't done and we don't see the fruit of our labor just yet. Right? But we know if we keep going back and forth and back and forth and we stay on the path, that it will be there. That's the beautiful part of this. But what happens? What do most entrepreneurs do? Well, we stop. We get distracted. We get distracted by that nest. We expect instant results. And when they don't come fast enough, we switch strategies. We second guess ourselves. We start to play small. We let our fears, we let our conditioning, we let our beliefs derail all of our progress, right? We tried to build multiple nests at one time. Right? We have this offer. We have this offer. We have this thing to offer. We're the master of all. Or no, wait, I don't even know that saying anymore. Just scratch that. We try to build multiple nests all over the place. We have so many different things going. Instead of just completing one thing, instead of just becoming the master of one thing, we jump from this idea to another, leaving a trail of half-built businesses behind. Right? We leave a trail of half-built nests all over the place. Right? How time-consuming would that be for the bird? The bird would never be able to just sit in its nest because it would always be building something better and bigger and comparing it to the next nest over, right? There's these offers that aren't done. There's projects, all these different things we just stop doing. We struggle. We make the struggle mean something, right? The bird doesn't question why it's struggling. It doesn't question why it's repeatedly doing the same thing 15 times. It just does it because he knows that's what builds the fucking nest. He's not questioning why it's so hard. He doesn't question why this branch doesn't come off or this branch doesn't come off, right? We take that struggle as a sign to quit. We don't get the nest built because we quit, because it means something about us, because it means we're not good enough or we're not doing it right? That we need to do something else, that we need to focus on something else. But we don't. We just need to keep going forward. You just need to keep going forward. You don't need 16 new offers. You need to double down on what you're doing. You need to finish the nest. All right, so this bird was huge for me. It was such a huge insight into what we do. The difference between successful entrepreneurs and those that are not, and those that stay stuck. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's their ability to stick with what they're doing. It's ability to stick through the challenge, ability to make it work long enough. Business requires trust. You absolutely have to trust that every little action is adding up, even when it doesn't look like it yet, even when it doesn't feel like it. So commit to one thing. What's your nest right now? What are you working on? What are you committed to finishing no matter what? How can you not be distracted by all the other things? What's your nest? I want to know. Share with me. Drop in the comments. What are you working on? What's your offer? Get excited about it. I want to be excited with you. Share with me what you're working on. Let's hold each other accountable. Don't jump from nest to nest, comparison to comparison. Just do your work. Just keep flying back and forth. Don't make the struggle mean something. Just know it's part of it. Keep moving forward. Understand why you might pull back. Right? There's so many different things. Understand the limitations that come up, but use this as an analogy. Use this as a way to help guide you. Drop in the comments. Let me know what you're taking away. Let me know what your nest is. Let me know what your commitment is. I can't wait to hear from you.